Next up, man, I got my boy Jeezy, man. Jeezy doing his podcast rounds, man, talking about how he messed up with the drunken love, crazy in love, drunken love uh, song. He had a verse on it. I guess they took that thing right off. Y'all check this out, and I come back with some commentary.
I don't know if y'all know, I dropped the ball when I wrote my verse for Drunken Love for Beyonce.
Oh, wow.
Because I was on
I didn't even know you was on.
Oh, yeah. Your Hove called me. He's like, I took you off the song, by the way. I'm on there. I was like, I figured that.
Is there a Drunken Love version floating out there?
It's somebody's drive.
Somewhere?
It's in somebody's drive. Tell B we need to put that out. You know what I'm saying? It's some vintage. Like, I've never been in the room with Hove. Only time I was in the room with Hove was when I wrote the Drunken Love verse, and that was a mistake.
Really?
No more. He came in the room. She's like, "You got something for this?" You know, I'm going in. It sounded crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is her song, but I'm just trying to go hard. You know what I'm saying? He probably like, "Oh no." We gotta put that out. I've seen Jay records before. Like he was doing Blueprint 3. He called me. He's like, "What you?"
I will say this: when it comes to rappers doing verses, hey, I can respect a rapper who'll take a rapper off because he don't like it.
Sitting on over there,
and also respect when rappers realize, hey, that wasn't the best verse.
and I was like, "What you want?" And I said, "Yo, I got this record called Real As It Get." Shoot it right over to him. He called me. I love it. Change this part, change that part. Gave him the song. But he called me by my president's black. I didn't even hear the record. He called me to do the inauguration party with him. I do the inauguration party. We go over to Love in DC, and we up there just chilling. He have Lenny S. He played the song. I do my verse. They stopped the song and played the instrumental. He started rapping a verse I've never heard before to the remix. I'm like, this is crazy.
So that time he performed that record was
the first time I heard it.
Wow.
Ever in my life. And this is crazy, bro. And I mean this in the most respectful way possible. I got more records with Hov than he got with Big.
That's a fact.
Imagine that. And none of those records came by me, yo, I gotta get my, it was more so like, yo, I got this. He was like, yo, send it over. He'll send the fire emojis. I already know what that means. I ain't even calling him no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look up one day, it's gonna be on my Gmail. And you gotta think, like I grew up listening to Hov. The joint he had with Foxy.
I ain't even gonna lie. I feel him on a God More records, but come on, bro. Jay-Z wasn't even super hot around the time he was doing records with Big, and that's why probably he wasn't on a lot of records with Big.
Brown back in the day and all that stuff, like that was my soundtrack. That was motivating me then. So even now when we connected and we was doing music together, I felt like we just tag team on motivating. Like, you know, he hit me up for the Everyday I'm Hustler remix. That was Hov. You know what I'm saying? Like he would hit me for stuff. And then this is crazy. No, I never told nobody this. The reason why I went so hard and I brought up the Usher record was the Love in the Club, because I sat in that room and it was like 30 people in there. And I was on the floor with my shoes off. I mean, I was stressing. I was like, I got to get this. Because the chatter was they wanted Jay-Z on the song. And I'm like, I got to get on. I need this.
Not missing this opportunity.
And I put the verse down. Polo them went crazy. Shout out to Polo. He's the realest.
Yeah.
Because the label was like, we going to change this up. We're going to put this person on the song. Polo called me. He said, listen to the radio tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I said, what you going to do? Don't worry about it. He leaked the record. That's what I'm saying. He put the record out in the world. You know what I'm saying? It was like the crazy ever. But Jay called me. He was just laughing. He was like, I wasn't gonna do you like that, man. You good. I was just like, yo, I didn't know. And he called me after I did the video. He's like, yeah, you did good, man. You didn't get lost in it. You stayed yourself. I love that.
So that's a real friendship.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Good stuff. It was a lot to take in, but I will say it seems like Jay-Z really like, you know, rappers who really lived a certain lifestyle, you know, really was hustlers and could hold their own in you know what I'm saying, lyrically. So I think this is good stuff, man. Good content. I'm glad Jeezy's back on his circuit, you know, saying what he's saying and doing what he's doing, because we do miss that Jeezy, you know what I'm saying?